Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where today I'm walking you through a complete social media automation workflow, but with a really exciting twist. We're going to center this entire process around Vizard, the AI tool that expertly auto-edits your long videos into short, ready-to-post clips. I will show you two primary ways to run this, one where everything is completely automatic, and another where you get to review and tweak before anything ever publishes. Both setups are super practical, depending entirely on how much hands-on control you ultimately want to maintain over your content. First, let's look at a quick demo so you can really grasp the core concept of what we are doing here. Imagine finding a great long YouTube interview packed with moments you want to repurpose across Instagram Reels, TikTok, and LinkedIn. You simply copy the video, URL, and paste it into your workflow, which I usually trigger with a simple Google Sheet. Vizard then automatically scans the entire video, expertly picking out the most engaging soundbites to create short clips formatted for your desired platforms. It will then either schedule those clips automatically or immediately send them over to a specific review queue for you. For this specific demonstration, I'm executing every step manually so you can clearly see the mechanics of each part of the process. Okay, let's move on to the live setup part, which is straightforward if you are starting completely from zero. I highly recommend creating a Google Sheet called something clear like Video Repurpose Queue, with columns for URL, platforms, and any necessary notes. Next, you need to sign into Vizard and connect it to your lightweight automation platform of choice. You could use a powerful connector like Zapier or Make, or any other service that supports both Google Sheets and Vizard's API. The fundamental flow of this automation is quite simple once you map out these 4 key steps. Step 1. Your automation watches for any brand new rows appearing in that designated Google Sheet, which acts as our trigger. Step 2 involves immediately sending that newly acquired YouTube URL over to Vizard's designated auto-edit endpoint. Step 3 allows Vizard to analyze the full source video, find the best high engagement moments, and produce the short clips optimized for each required platform. Finally, step 4 is where you choose. Either auto-schedule those finished clips straight to your accounts or push them into an approval queue for vetting. So, why should you choose Vizard over any other simple clipper tool you might find out there? Unlike generic tools that just chop content by silence or fixed time intervals, Vizard uses true attention signals to find those viral-sounding moments. This means you usually get better, much punchier clips right out of the box without spending hours manually scrubbing through hours of footage. It also includes a built-in scheduler and a content calendar, so you can manage, edit, and publish across all your platforms from one unified place. That unified approach truly matters when your goal is to maintain clean and consistent output across your entire digital footprint. Now, let's talk about approach A, the fully automated publishing system, ideal for massive scale. This is perfect for creators who have immense trust in the AI and simply want maximum content velocity without lifting a finger. The workflow is incredibly simple. You paste the YouTube link into the sheet, and the automation takes care of the rest. Vizard auto-detects those highlights, generates the multi-format clips you need, and automatically adds subtitles and suggested captions. The final step is the clips being auto-scheduled using Vizard's system or pushed through your existing social management tool. The major pro here is that it's a set and forget operation that provides a steady, reliable stream of short content from your long-form uploads. The main con, however, is that the AI's stylistic choices or suggested captions might occasionally need a quick human voice tweak. Let me show you what this looks like in a real-world test, where I took a recent hour-long talk and fed it into the system. Within just a few minutes, Vizard produced 6 distinct clips that genuinely felt ready and shareable right away. These clips featured punchy hooks, clear takeaways, and importantly, subtitles were already baked right into the final file. I simply scheduled them to publish daily at 4 p.m. for the entire following week to maximize initial reach. When they published, engagement was noticeably better than my old manually edited clips because Vizard nailed the moments with the best social dynamics. Now, let's dive into approach B, which is the review before publish workflow, my personal favorite for quality assurance. This method positions the AI perfectly as your incredibly fast co-pilot, rather than a total replacement for your final say. The setup starts the same way. URLs go into the Google Sheet, and the automation sends them straight over to Vizard for processing. Vizard then returns a complete pack of short clips, along with suggested captions tailored for every platform you specified. Crucially, instead of auto-publishing, you push these ready assets into a dedicated visual approval system like Airtable. Inside that approval board, you can easily review the clip, quickly tweak the suggested caption, change the thumbnail, and flip the status to approved. Once that status officially flips to approved, a second, simple automation picks it up and handles the final scheduling based on your set time. The huge advantage here is getting Vizard's speed while layering on that essential human touch for perfect brand voice alignment. If you genuinely care about nuance, things like humor, tone, or specific company language, this review step is absolutely worth the extra few minutes per clip. Moving on to the practical nuts and bolts, here are a few tips for a rock-solid implementation. When connecting Vizard, make sure your input data includes the raw video file and any essential metadata, like the speaker's name. Use the built-in templates inside Vizard to enforce consistent styling for intros, lower thirds, and any end cards you use. For your approval queue in Airtable, I suggest setting up fields like status, clip file, suggested caption, and the precise scheduled time. If you are scheduling content, please avoid blasting everything out at once. Stagger your posts using the content calendar to maintain steady reach. Even though Vizard is excellent at clip selection, those suggested captions sometimes really benefit from a little bit of human flavor. I usually instruct the AI or my editor to follow a simple 3-part structure for every caption. Hook first, a one-liner explanation, and a clear call to action. Remember to keep your captions quick and energetic for platforms like Reels and TikTok, reserving longer, more thoughtful posts for LinkedIn. Vizard suggestions are a fantastic starting point, but you should always edit them to authentically sound like you or your brand's voice. For quick troubleshooting, if your clips feel too generic, try increasing the engagement sensitivity setting in Vizard. If you are consistently getting clips that are too long, simply enforce a maximum clip length within your template settings. If you ever hit API rate limits with your automation, the fixes are to batch your URLs and deliberately throttle the processing speed. And to keep social platforms happy, vary your captions and thumbnails slightly to prevent any accidental spam filter flags. Let's talk frankly about comparing this to other tools on the market today. Some basic tools are cheap, but often miss the truly good stuff because they only trim based on silence or fixed time intervals. Other premium options still force you into manual timestamp tagging, which completely kills the entire time-saving argument. And then there are the single-purpose AI tools that generate clips, but don't help you schedule or manage a content calendar at all. Vizard really sits in that perfect sweet spot. Smarter clip selection than basic tools, more affordable than bespoke editing, and it bundles scheduling in. If you want a genuinely repeatable system that turns your long videos into a predictable content machine, Vizard is the most balanced option available. Let's quickly cover costs and the expected return on investment for this entire setup. You'll have line items for the Vizard plan, the automation platform, many of which have excellent free tiers, and your spreadsheet tool. For a typical creator posting once a day, the total monthly cost for this system often lands comfortably under $50. For most teams, the sheer amount of time saved by this system is worth at least 10 times that initial monetary investment. Personally, I ran 20 transcripts through Vizard last week, and it directly saved me about 10 to 12 hours of tedious editing work. If you value your time even moderately, that saved time is the true, undeniable ROI you get from this workflow. Finally, let's wrap up with the right mindset to adopt when implementing this kind of powerful AI co-pilot. The AI is not designed to be perfect. It is simply a killer tool for the heavy lifting, hunting attention peaks and formatting everything correctly. You must keep the human element where it matters most, crafting the unique voice, brand nuance, and making the final editorial call. If you are just beginning, I strongly suggest you start with the review-first approach so you can properly train the system and tune those templates. Once you build absolute trust in the outputs Vizard delivers, you can safely flip the switch to fully automated publishing for maximum efficiency. If you want to save even more time, I can share the ready-to-import Airtable template and the exact Google Sheet layout I use. Just drop a comment below or send me a direct message, and I will gladly forward those resources over to you. If you enjoy these types of deep dive breakdowns, let me know and I will create more videos on integrations with Buffer or Hootsuite. We can also do a much deeper look into Vizard's content calendar features and how to plan an entire quarter in advance. That is everything for this full social automation workflow, centered around smart AI video repurposing. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if it was helpful, subscribe for more productivity deep dives, and I will catch you all in the next one.